Hi, welcome to our live today. And today I am going to be giving a clarification. More than the clarification, I'm going to be telling you that, self love is something which is very simple. Nowadays, you must be realizing that we hear a lot about self love. We talk a lot about self love. There are, different videos, different books. Everywhere you see that this concept of self love is coming up. Okay. And many a times, the definition of self love is that take care of yourself, stand up for yourself, which is right, which is not to say it is wrong, it is absolutely right, right? But then, taking care of yourself, standing up for yourself, doing what you love to do, that is how it has been defined. Now, all that is great, all that is good, all that is possible. However, if you have started to practice it, you will see that it is not easy to say stand up for yourself all the time. It may not be easy for you to pursue what you want to do. You may not be able to pursue your passion. It may not be easy for you to take care of yourself in terms of either having your favorite food or wearing the clothes that you want to wear, stepping out whenever you want to. It is not sometimes not easy. And why it is not easy is not because of the external circumstances. It is not because somebody is stopping you. It appears that because somebody is stopping you, so it might be difficult, or there are external reasons because of which I can't do that. That is that is the that is the pardon me to say, but that's the excuse we give to ourselves. Okay. Self love is, when you get to the core of your own self, and it is a very simple process to get to the core. Okay. All that you need to do is this: during the day, just observe the situations wherein how your emotion is going to be. Which means, suppose you are in a particular situation, just check what are the kind of emotions you're feeling in that moment. So suppose, for instance, you are speaking with a colleague of yours, and that colleague is talking about something which is not very pleasant, you don't like it, this is not what you wanted to hear. So just check, what are you feeling inside. Similarly, when you are at home, a family member is saying something, doing something, what is the kind of energy you are feeling? What is the kind of emotion that you are feeling? Now, you may not, tag what that emotion is, whether it's anger, whether it's frustration. You just need to understand if that emotion is positive or that emotion is negative. If it is making you feel miserable about yourself, miserable about the situation, that emotion is negative, right? And vice versa. So all you will need to do is to understand if that emotion that you are feeling is positive or negative. And at the end of the day, just look back at the day like a movie and see if most of the emotions during your day were positive or negative. Even if there were, say, 30% negative and 70% positive, then know that it is that 30% of those negative emotions that you need to connect with. So wherever that emotion is negative, that is where you need to connect with. So you need to experience that emotion fully. You need to let that emotion surface fully. Normally, we'll tend to suppress it by way of getting ourselves involved deep in work, or we might want to get into chatting, talking, WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever it might be, social media. So that's how that emotion gets suppressed. Now, whatever is suppressed inside is what comes out. So if you find yourself with, say, negative feeling around the situation, okay, this actually means that something inside is negative, something inside is hurting you, something inside is painful, because what is on the inside will come on the outside. It's like, say, for instance, you've broken your hand, say, God forbid. Okay, x-ray will show where that broken bone is, Now, if you want to change the X-ray, it is not about changing the X-ray film. It is about getting your bone, say repaired, or I don't know what the right word is, but getting your bone in place, healing that fracture, getting the surgery done, getting the physiotherapy done. Then when you take the X-ray, then it shows that now your bone is completely healed. The joint is absolutely healthy. So what had to change? Not the film X-ray, but the bone had to be taken care of. Similarly, if you think that the person is triggering your anger, if the situation is triggering your anger, that might be true. But if you are getting triggered, then whatever is on the inside will come on the outside. So X person has triggered it. If that is what you think, that X person is responsible for your anger, then the X person is not responsible. X person is responsible for creating the trigger. And what came outside, what came from you, is what was within you. So if that anger has shelled out, if the anger has showed up, then that means that anger was within you. Okay, whatever that emotion could be, I'm taking an example of anger. Now it is this emotion that you need to connect with. One thing you will need to definitely practice is the awareness of what is happening inside. Many a times you tend to say that I lost my temper and later on realize that I had lost it. Right? Now, awareness builds with meditation, and you can build that awareness first and then consciously know what is going on inside in a given situation with a given person, and then accept that emotion the way it is. Do not discard, do not demean yourself with that emotion. Just accept and be with that emotion as long as it takes for the emotion to dissolve. It will not dissolve completely. It might take hours, days, months. It doesn't matter. Whatever little time you can give, if you can give 5 minutes at that moment, give 5 minutes of your attention to that emotion. If you can give 10 minutes, give 10 minutes. But continue like this until there will come a time when you realize that that emotion begins to drop. And how will you know? You will know when the same trigger happens, but you remain calm. That is self-love. Connecting, accepting, being with your emotion is self-love. Now, when you do that, and it is very simple, right? You're experiencing anger. Instead of taking it out, just be with it, accept it, right? And deep breathe along with it. That's all you need to do. And when you do this, you will see then the other external factors on self-love, getting dressed up well, eating well, going out, doing what you love to do, then those come automatically without resistance, right? But if you do that first, grooming yourself and doing those things, I'm not saying don't do that, but if you think only that is self-love, then that is just the surface of it, and this internal thing is going to interfere with that. So it is very simple in terms of you just accepting and acknowledging your emotion without putting any blame on the outside, taking the responsibility, being with it, and over time it's going to dissolve. That is self-love, and it is very simple to practice. Just you need not, get into reading as much when you are beginning, when you're starting. Just start, and later on as you evolve, then you get into the depth of understanding, reading, watching more videos, etc. Right? So if you have any confusion, if you have any clarification, please feel free to ask your questions. And if you are watching on YouTube, then do like and subscribe, and also share with other people. And that's from me today for you. And I'm going to be getting in touch with you tomorrow, same time. You take care. Have a great evening. Bye.